All right, we back at the spotlight. We got Andrew Moore here, and we got special guest Sean McCaskill. Sean, you know, he helps out down 2 Temps Thursday nights with the positionals. You know, he's in depth with breaking down these DBs. Noah Johnston, he's an Allderdice kid, city kid, 6'2", 185 safety. A kid that you know, I was hearing his name was under the radar, you know what I mean? But he did come to me this summer. So even though with the COVID, so I got to see him speed training. And so when I seen the film, I sent it over to Sean. And, you know, Sean was saying some good things about Noah. Did you ever see him?
Yeah, you sent it to me as well.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I told you one of the big things that I seen about him is just, you know, his physicality.
Right.
You know, being in safety, being able to do both. You see a guy covering the pass, making plays, but coming up and willing to make tackles. You know, that's something that you know, that separates the boys from the men.
Right.
You know, that's what gets you on the field. That's what gets you to the next level.
Well, you know, when I watched the film, I mean, what stood out for me, one is his length, that being 6'2", and being able to see him come downhill when he can diagnose plays.
Right.
One of the things that we, you know, when we were watching the film on him is that, you know, sometimes he get caught with bad eyes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's susceptible to the double move, and then, you know, he'll put himself in a bad situation sometimes because he's looking in the backfield trying to come up and play the run, and then someone can sneak up on him. But what I've noticed, he's athletic enough to make up the ground. So now he gets that technique with him. You may have a D1 kid because he's still young.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's still young.
High ceiling.
Oh man, and listen, he got that 1-2. When he comes up, and when you watch this film, when he comes up, he coming up with an attitude. He mad at somebody. Right. Somebody gonna pay.
It's a Garfield kid.
Somebody gonna pay. So that was one of the ones on this play here was one of the ones I was telling you about.
Right.
Like he needs to engage with that inside shoulder.
Right.
But he attacks. I mean, his ability, once he diagnoses it, he's coming.
Ball skills.
Great. You know what I mean? You want him to catch a little bit more with his hands.
Right.
Don't let it hit that body.
Big hit.
See, now I love this one here.
Yeah, he's sacking the quarterback. He's one of these kids, once over this past season, he gets around us a little bit more.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to help him out further on with diagnosis and stuff. Yeah.
Rewind that one back, Coach. See, this play, this here, now he's deep center.
Right.
Now, this is where I say, like, his eyes. And that's just him being young.
Right.
Look how long it takes him to get in the frame.
Right.
He should be filling in there.
Right.
But then once he diagnoses it, you know, he can see it. Right. It's just, you know, but again, we're not talking about a junior or senior.
Right.
This kid's a sophomore.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's out there getting it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just imagine if, you know, he focuses on his, you know, his technique.
Right. That's against
he'll destroy.
Right.
He'll destroy. And it doesn't matter who's coming through that hole.
Right.
He's going to feel.
Right.
He's going to feel. So he has so much upside potential. And I would love to see him down at, you know, at the facility,
right.
You know, especially during the workout, so I can see him open up and see him run.
Right.
You know what I mean? See that angle? He should be coming more downhill.
Right.
But when he comes, oh my God.
He come. Yeah. So that physicality that he shows, man, like can't teach that type of heart.
So do you think this is a kid that potentially can be a hybrid, like safety outside linebacker type kid?
Depends on how much weight he can hold.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen.
He's a legit 6'2.5", 6'3".
I haven't seen him in person, but you know, you see his shoulders and you kind of see how much weight that a guy can hold.
Right.
Now, if he can be about 230, 240,
right, without
like losing speed, like absolutely.
Right.
You know, they may even want to, you know, move him into the box at the next level, because if he's, you know, as fast as like, you know, like the athletic ability shows with the range and stuff like that.
He picked this. Yeah.
Now, one of the things we also got to consider too, you know, there used to be the guide on height and what position the individual can play, but that's starting to change now, and I think it's really dependent on how he runs.
Right.
If he can run, if he can stay with guys,
right,
then yeah, he can do it. But again, if he can't run, then yeah, we're gonna have to move him down a little bit
Right.
closer to the ball.
Right.
But again, you know, if he can maintain that speed, if he can
Right.
go and cover a tight end, be able to cover some slot guys, he could be a problem.
Right, right.
With that length.
Right.
That length, you can't coach the length.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, he comes up and he makes tackles. He does do that. But I see what you mean. He's like that step and a half. You know what I mean? This is something when I talk to him about it too. But you're right. Once he diagnoses it, he comes up and he feels and he hits you.
Once he knows.
Right.
So it's different. That's why when we talk like a Paris,
Right.
like Paris can diagnose it like
Right. He's in the film fast.
he's in the film
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's going to go eat with the same type
Right.
of mentality he has. But
Right.
again, it's just he doesn't see it just as fast yet. So again, that's just him being young. And I would, you know, like right now, just put him in a situation where this is what you need to do. Go here.
Right.
Play fast, play aggressive. That's what when I look at him, his sophomore year, that's what I'm talking to him
Right.
about. Playing fast, playing aggressive.
Potentially, you see Noah. You think he's a Division I kid?
From what I'm seeing now, yes.
Okay.
Yes, he can. You know, what I mean, with those measurables and with his mentality of coming downhill and wanting to, you know, be a full participant in the tackle game, he got a chance. Somebody got to be able to see it. But again, I'm big on. That's why I love when guys come down to the facility,
Right.
so you can get a gauge on the
Right.
speed.
Right.
Like, where's
Right.
the speed
Right.
at? Because if he's lacking the speed now, then he can be, you know, he can get faster,
Right,
but
right.
he needs to concentrate
Right,
on
right,
that. You know what I mean?
right,
So that he can position himself to be a D1 guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the door's wide open for him, you know, and being able to watch that development, you know, he starts coming around more, getting with a guy like Coach Sean,
Right.
and he shows that he's coachable,
Right.
and you see that development by him over the years. Like he can be a surefire type of guy, because that's one thing that, you know, every college coach is going to ask. That's the number one question: is this guy coachable?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you'll be able to see that in his development. Now, once he gets his junior tape, once he gets his senior tape,
Right.
you see him feeling that he's playing center field, but you see him coming down, filling the alley, and with that attitude that he got, you know, that changes the run game for offenses. I mean, it helps the team, but you know, it's just, you know, like mentally, you know, just can he catch up to you know, like where his physical abilities are, and that'll tell the story.
So basically, in conclusion here, all Noah got to do is follow the blueprint. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday speed training, Thursday positional. That's all I got to do, huh?
If he fall,
Basically.
again, that's the blueprint.
That's the
You know what I mean?
blueprint.
If he can
Yeah.
get his feet,
He's right there.
And speed. Once he knows what he's doing,
Right.
he's gonna be a major problem in the city league.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then for us, it's good that we can look beyond. See, I can see this. I don't care if it's Class A
Right,
city
right,
league.
right, right, right.
I can see who can play or not. You
Right.
can put him. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you put him 6A. You come through that hole,
Right.
he gonna come see you.
Exactly.
He ain't shying away from that.
Right.
You know what I mean? He gonna come see you. So
Right.
I like the kid a lot. You know, when you sent me his video, I was impressed with his kid. And then when you told me he was, and then I think I text back, was like, he's in what grade?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a sophomore. I'm like, whoa, this is ridiculous.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to catching Allderdice.
Right.